everyone. Welcome back to Love is Blind, Season 8, Episode 11.
I start getting messages that you had been seeing this guy for not only like a couple dates, like a couple months.
Dave repeats for the 100th time exactly the story we know, that Lauren was seeing a guy possibly up to 2 months, then came on the show. And he's saying that you probably thought nobody you met in the pods would know this guy. And he thought he's implying that she would get away with avoiding the fact that she was with him. Again, this is such a weird way to view the situation that it's so fascinating to me how different their perspectives can be, but yet they're from the same bubble. Like, I feel like if I was dating Lauren, I would totally understand. I get it. It was some guy, friends with benefits. That makes sense to me. For some reason, Dave doesn't get it. And it feels to me like it's some sort of conservative value of the bubble. A lot of bubbles aren't big fans of friends with benefits, so they just see it as a huge negative. Even when I was courting my now partner, I'm married, I had a friends with benefit that I have had for like many, many years where we kind of text each other. I messaged them and said, hey, I'm seeing somebody, it's really serious, so we need to finish this. And they're like, oh yeah, for sure. Wish me luck, wish me the best. We're still friends, but like, that's it. Like, you just end the relationship. And my partner knows about them. Like, that's just what you do as adults. Adults who are positive, adults who live in a world where you have friends with benefits or some relationship with your friends that's a little bit less than platonic, have these conversations with them. But that might sound really shocking to somebody outside the bubble. But for me, it was just like, yeah, I'm sorry. Did you think I was a single adult and I wasn't engaging with other adults? You think I was waiting till marriage or something? You know, it just sounds silly to be like, oh, I expect you not to be a virgin, but I also expect you to not have had any interaction with anybody months before this experiment. It just doesn't make sense.
Because you admitted you never ended it, and you should have ended it.
That's not what I said.
Oh, yes, you did.
No, she didn't. I do not think that's what Lauren said. She said that maybe she didn't make it clear enough, which is frustrating me, that she doubted herself. She shouldn't have doubted herself. But if you're friends with benefits, like, it shouldn't take more than a text to say like, hey, dude, I'm like moving on. Oh, okay, cool. Like, the last time she saw this guy, he was telling her about a date he had gone on. Like, you're not obligated to like have full closure with a friends with benefits in the same way you do with another relationship. Sometimes you just stop talking. Sometimes you don't even need a formal closure because it's not that frequent. And so if they come back into your life, you say something. Sometimes you're the person who always reaches out. So if you don't reach out, that's the closure. The closure doesn't have to look the same to everybody.
There was not a lack of closure in my opinion.
That's not what I heard.
What did I say?
You said that I should have ended it. I don't know why I didn't. And this is where I'm having a hard time, because it went from that to saying like, it really wasn't that serious. That's where my lack of trust.
Well, she probably meant she didn't know she had to like formally end it. She just thought her not texting him back or her going on the show was enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Over the years with my former friends with benefits, all we would do is when we were in relationships, like, they were often poly or open, but like, if I was in a monogamous relationship, which I wasn't always, right? We would have overlap where we wouldn't, but we would just tell each other. We would just tell each other what was up. And it's not like we're going to end our friendship because we're ending that part of it. But for a lot of people, you end both or either or neither, or, you know, it's always different. It depends on the person. I guess this is probably confusing for people that are only monogamous. Like, I've been monogamous, open, poly, monogamous. Like, I do whatever like structure works best for the person that I'm dating. Like, them and I together form whatever structure makes sense. Like right now, my married partner and I, we've decided to be monogamous. That's what works for us. But in the past, I've done all types of relationships because it's not just about me or them. It's about us doing what works for us.
I had to ask. You didn't tell me about it.
There's nothing that I've not been honest with you about. Like, we could have solved this. Like, we could have been past this.
It's hard to go past it when the guy is like still texting you, trying to talk and hang out.
He's not texting me trying to talk.
A week ago he was.
Yeah, when we first got back.
Yeah.
Because he was like trying to figure out what the is going on, and I was not responding to him.
Why do you think he was trying to figure out what's going on?
Because he had a different interpretation of our time.
He did. My friends wouldn't lie to me.
I don't think Dave's friends are lying to him. I think they refuse to believe that she's not being malicious or manipulative. I think they're picking this guy to believe over her instead of just seeing it for what it is. A miscommunication. That was it. It's not that deep. But they're making it like a conspiracy that Lauren is like this horrible person who's two-timing a guy or something. Why can't they just accept it's a miscommunication?
Did you guys hook up within 2 days before the experiment?
No,
Okay,
we did not.
well-
a week before.
Okay.
Even if it had been 2 days. So?
I do not understand how you can't just be like, I f***ed up. I was
I've
seeing
said
this
that a
guy.
lot.
I know, but like, you just didn't say it right away.
How did she f up? A miscommunication isn't a f up. It's just like, oh, hey, bro, like, I thought I handled it correctly. Apparently I didn't. Obviously, if you haven't gotten the hint, we're not a thing. I don't owe you an explanation. If you would like one, I'll give it to you. But if she hung out with him and then disappeared for weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused. This is so much of a headache. I don't even know why she's putting up with it.
Now I'm getting frustrated because, like, on Sunday, you literally said, I don't give a about like who you hooked up with before this.
Right.
And now we're coming back to it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we're coming back to it because of the way your dad approached me, saying that he He thought I was there just to like kind of see what happened, and you were fully ready for this engagement, get married in 6 weeks type deal. Like, does he know the whole story?
He does. My
Because
mom
it didn't really
does.
seem like they fully understood.
You can be ready for an engagement and still have people you sleep with. You can be ready to get married and still have lovers. What is this, 1982?
And I was like, okay, she was the one that kind of had a relationship going into it.
He's the one who came into this relationship saying like he doesn't value women that aren't pretty and making misogynistic jokes.
This is something that like you need to work through, and like you're not ready, and like be a team member with them.
Yep.
Because if you were, then like
Yes,
this
I
would have
am.
been minuscule.
You have no reason to say that to me.
We have every reason to say that to you because the vibe everybody is getting is that you want to break up with Lauren, break up with her dude. Like, she's right. Stand up for yourself, girl.
Putting it on me that I'm not ready for a teammate. Sound like your dad right now.
Oh, sounding like your dad right now? Sounds like I like Lauren's dad. Sounding like I love Lauren's mom and dad, bro. Sounds like she came from a pretty strong and functional household, and sounds like her parents love each other. Dave's the one who has major problems, in my opinion.
He easily could have come on the experiment and said what he had to say, but he didn't. And then he also said shit about my dad and sister not wanting to be involved. Yeah, you wonder why? You didn't either. So what the f was that?
Why is this? I don't understand why this is
that's
all
not-
on me.
that's why-
Exactly. Like, he is blaming her for everything right now. He's blaming her parents. He's blaming her. Like, he is literally like, my family's better than your family. Like, what is this, a musical? And you're going to do like a little dance trick about how your family's the best family? I'm so confused. Okay, so Lauren brought him to meet her parents. They've interacted, but Lauren's not good enough. That's why her dad's mad. Her dad's upset that like Dave is insulting Lauren by not introducing her to his family and friends. And then Dave is like, literally, he's like, my family is literally better than you. What does he think he is? Is he from like some billionaire family? And he's like, my genetics are superior to your genetics, Lauren. I can't just introduce anybody to my family. That's what he sounds like.
She's worried about me.
Since the day we got back, I was like, I want to talk to your friends and family.
Literally, and I don't mean to say this, but I'm getting emotional incest from him and his sister. I'm sorry. I'm getting like very inappropriately intertwined.
You've been keeping your friends and family at bay. Like,
They would have been here if I really wanted them to be here.
Oh, so you're the reason your family's not involved. That's what you just said, Dave. That's the thing, is Dave is like, my friends and family are the most honest. My friends and family wouldn't lie to me. My friends and family are the best. It's everybody else's friends and families who are wicked and deceiving.
that's
For me.
exactly what I'm saying.
On a very real level, like I am in love with you still. That's the really hard part for me. And I know you know that.
I question that. I really do.
I don't understand the editing that they just did there because Lauren made a really great point. If your family's so supportive of you, why haven't they talked to her yet? And he's like, well, I did tell them you're great, but if they're supporting you, why aren't you advocating for them to meet Lauren?
If he loved me and if he like said all of the things that he's saying to me to his sister, she would be like so excited for you and like wanting to meet me and wanting to be part of this. So like, I don't doubt that we like have this connection, but like, I do doubt like how you actually feel about me.
I can't force people to do things they don't want to do. Your dad didn't either. Your dad didn't want to be.
Yeah, but he still met you off camera.
He did.
He still tried.
Your dad.
Yeah, like her dad still met you. Your family won't even meet her.
Your dad met me on his terms.
I know.
And now it's being turned on my friends and family for not wanting to be involved.
What the F? He's so weird. He's so weird. His whole family is so weird. Whatever this is, I don't get it. I understand her dad not wanting to be on camera, but he still met Dave. I don't understand his family not even wanting to meet Lauren. That doesn't make any sense to me. Even off camera, sussy baka.
It's very hard for me to just like walk away from it. But like my heart thinks it's the right decision.
Oh, bye.
Yeah.
Good, Lauren. Good for you. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Dave is useless. Like, break up with him. He's literally useless. He just didn't want to introduce you to his family because he knew he was going to break up with you, girl. Don't let him get to you. It's him. It's all Dave.
I feel like I like let her down because I couldn't get over like my own ego, my own pride that she could have seen some other guy before me, which is very normal. Felt like the right decision. Like love is blind, but I don't think marriage is.
He's like a little kid. I mean, he's not wrong in a sense that love happens even if you're not supposed to be with that person. You can fall in love with somebody. But I do think like he handled it like a big fat baby.
You want to marry me, but like, you're not going to let me explain to your sister and your friends a hookup that I had. When he went to go see his sister like a week ago, I like wrote her a letter to like explain who I am and like the whole situation and like how crazy it is. I love him and how much I care about like her support. And he just like didn't give it to her.
Oh my God. What? What? Oh my God. I'm kind of curious if he even actually told his friends and family about Lauren. Like he must have, obviously. I'm just joking. He obviously did, but still, that's crazy.
I'm really sad this didn't work out. I'm so incredibly sad about it. I'm also pissed that he let it get here. Like, I've not been like heartbroken like this.
I really just think he wanted to break up with her no matter what. I don't know when it switched. I don't know when he realized he didn't want to marry her. I don't know if it happened before he even came to the show. I don't even know if it happened after. I don't know when it happened, but it happened. And then he did everything in his power to make sure that she broke up with him. But since she wouldn't, he eventually just had to do it.
Last Friday, that basement bar. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay.
I know.
Hear from.
Okay, just a reminder that Dave told Lauren, so he told us, that he did not go speak to Molly, that he did not meet Molly, that he specifically said it would be the stupidest thing he ever did if he went and socialized with Molly. But here's Molly looking fabulous. Let's see if she tells us that actually Dave did come over and talk to me.
From the pod was there, and she said, "Hey, Dave's over there. Do you want to say hi?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm good." But like, apparently there was a girl all over him. I didn't see it. I don't know what all over him means.
Yeah. So Dave and I broke up yesterday. So that's
Okay. So Molly was telling her, like, girl to girl, I don't know if I should tell you this, but I don't want to come off looking crazy, which is so valid. But then she didn't realize that they had broken up. So this is just her coming out of the blue saying, like, girl to girl, FYI. And now she knows. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
it's been a day. It's been a while.
Okay.
He was like, "Were you dating someone before coming on the show?"
So she's filling her in, telling her the whole story. And now the girls are having their banter, which I love. I'm here for it. Great vibes, very healthy, very good. Just feels good.
Was Dave celibate for years or what?
Dave is claiming he was like celibate up until the day he came to the pods.
Oh, you've never had. Wait, that makes so much sense. As someone that you were about to marry, he should have had your back. You're going to love her once you meet her. The fact that he didn't do that for you says a lot.
Says a ton, says everything we need to know about him. He's a worm. He's a worm. You know what's so funny is that Dave's sister was so worried that Netflix would make her look bad and make him look bad. It would make the family look bad. Dave did plenty to make him look bad. It's all on Dave, girl.
I will never get over like walking into the lounge and like you just being so nice to me. Truly, like
They should date. Let's go, bisexual queens. If they were bisexual, they should be in a relationship together. I love the support. I love the girls actions. I just love it. It's such good energy to see.
I mean, did you see his selfies on his Instagram? I said when I got home,
Mommy.
I was like, when I looked at his Instagram, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good.
Stop. We're looking it up. Okay, so here's Dave's Instagram, 50,000 followers, season 8. Okay, let's see. Lauren and Dave is the pinned picture. Seems inappropriate. Here's this, you know. Okay. Oh, yeah. Who is this? Who are these randos? Oh, you know? Yeah. Yep, it's a, you know? Oh, yeah. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. Okay, I think we get it. I think we get what's happening. Yeah, I think we understand. Yeah, I think we get it. Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, I think I've seen all I need to see.
Last night sucked. I was trying really hard not to make it feel like it was like, you know, my decision.
Oh, see? He's admitting it. Does he know he's admitting it? It says, but by the way it came off, was it like my choice? I don't know if he hears himself when he talks. Yeah, it's like he tried to put it on Lauren, which is so interesting.
If you don't feel like 100% like I want to do this, then it makes sense.
I know.
It's weird. What complex does he have around breaking up with her? To say that I didn't want it to seem like I was breaking up with her, I didn't want that to be the case. Like, it's like he doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy. Oh, maybe Dave has a complex around being seen as the bad guy, which is why when he came into the pods, he was like, I need to face myself about how I see women and women's standard of beauty and what expectation I have for women. And then he doesn't want to see himself as the bad guy. Interesting.
Who's that?
Madison.
Oh, damn. Oh, we got him. Oh, wow.
Oh. Meg and Mason just walked in at the same time.
The second I got my phone back, just started talking and never stopped talking. So
Wow. Okay, so they're vibing.
I was like, I have a really pretty reveal dress that I would love someone to see me in.
Wait, so you guys did a little
We
like.
did it on reveal.
Wait, can I see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're telling the story about how they got in contact again, got their phones back, got in contact, and then they did their own reveal where like they met each other and filmed it, seeing each other for the first time on camera. Very interesting, kind of shocked, but kind of not, but kind of shocked. Okay.
I'm really glad that Mason and I didn't end up together. I just think the way that he has acted in the situation, like, is an ick to me.
No way.
I forgot about Alex. Oh, I forgot about him. Okay.
He's literally behind you. I haven't met him yet. Well, he's not much.
So Madison seems bitter, like angry, which is like fine. She's definitely not coming in with chill. But to be fair, I think she feels really upset with Mason and Alex. So, and it hasn't been that long since the pods.
I was like, I can't promise that I won't have a bad day or that I won't be able to like communicate all the time or whatever. And he was like, yeah, that's just not good enough for me. And
You're not allowed to have bad days.
I get my phone back. The first message I get is from Alex. Yeah. And he's like, oh my fucking God. Basically, I think he just saw me finally. And was
Yeah,
like,
he was like, what the f did I just do?
yeah.
This is so socially awkward. Like, they're actively like either avoiding people or not going up and introducing themselves. And it is so socially awkward. And I guess not all the girls know all the details or all the stories. So they're kind of sharing. And then, of course, after everyone got their phones back, people were DMing. And so Alex was like, oh my God, as if to imply she's so pretty, which they are. Everybody is very attractive on the cast, right? Like that's the criticism of the show. It's like everybody on Love is Blind is pretty attractive. And so, you know, no one's going to be like totally icked out when they see the doors open, which is the point, I think, is like, is love truly blind if everyone's like basically okay looking? You know, that's the question.
Courtney did the airport, and I kept being like, did we not just break up? He was like,
What? He said, meet me at the airport. At least just give me a hug. What?
and I was like, fine.
Oh.
Meet at the airport. And the whole time he was just like, oh, you are so beautiful. Stay here with me in LA. I'm like, we just broke up.
So she's saying that Alex and her met at the airport. He was suggesting it. She said yes. And he was saying, stay with me, stay with me. So basically, messy.
If it didn't work then, like, it's not going to work now. But I could tell that he was very much like, let's make this work.
Yeah, I can't tell if Madison is being like vindictive-y in her energy or if she's just literally saying like, I know this guy's playing games. Him, you know, I won't be deceived because apparently like Alex isn't a great guy. I haven't looked up the receipts on Alex yet. I will do that. Don't worry. But that's probably what vibe I'm getting from her. It's either one, she's like totally evil, which I don't think she is, or two, she's just fed up and annoyed with these boys for pretending like they're not being boys.
You'll never guess who messaged me. Before she even knew if we were engaged or not, he said something about her saying like he was her one or something.
Oh, now I'm really confused. Now I'm so confused. She's saying Meg was in Alex's DMs and that Meg's number one was actually Alex, which we never saw editing for, right? Am I crazy? And then, because she said she only liked Mason. I don't believe this. This doesn't make sense. Uh-oh. I can't believe that. Meg does not seem like the type who is even interested in Alex. I'm so confused. What's happening? What?
Was Meg interested in Alex? I thought the whole concept was like, this is Meg and Mason. I don't know what the truth is.
Okay. So she is anti-Alex, not anti-Meg. She thinks Alex is pitting Meg and her against each other, but he's a huge liar. Mason or Alex? See, now I'm confused. Yeah. No, I'm like Lauren. Lauren is confused. Lauren's like, wait, did Meg and Alex even like each other? What?
When I saw him at the airport, I was like, what is your real take on Mason? And he goes, Mason.
What?
I was like, but you didn't say that in the pods when the cameras were rolling. And that makes me lose respect for you.
Oh, and then y'all told me that Alex has some crazy receipts. So I'm going to watch that video. I was going to watch it after I'm done with the series. I think that's what I should do. And then just have it as like another video, but I will watch the video. I have it saved on my watch later list.
I'm usually the one that I fucked up, or like I was somebody that like did something stupid.
You're gonna say she up?
No, I'm not saying she fucked up. I'm just saying I'm usually in the position of like being defensive.
First of all, love Molly. Second of all, Dave being like, usually I'm the fuck up. You still are, babe. You still are.
One of our first conversations was about how you push people away.
Yep.
The information I gathered from her, it sounded like you did not give it a chance.
No.
Why wouldn't you be like, fuck you guys. Like, I love you, but also meet her first.
Okay, love Molly, love her sticking up for Lauren. We love to see a queen.
Roles reversed. If we got engaged and you found out I was dating somebody for 2 or 3 months.
Personally, I wouldn't
Really?
cared. But at that
See,
point,
I do.
But when was the last time you had sex?
I don't know.
Oh, interesting. He doesn't remember the last time he had sex. I will say that I wouldn't have cared either. Like, I don't care. Like, I just don't see why this is important.
I mean,
But, like-
Lauren have hooked up, but like other than that, like
Oh, him and Lauren did hook up. Oh, ew. Poor Lauren. Oh, she has to live with the memory of this man. Oh, I saw a TikTok that made me laugh so hard where it's like, I bet she thinks of me time to time. And it was a girl being like minding her own business and then being like, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I think about my exes or people I've been with and I'm like, ugh, gross. I can't believe I did that. Ugh.
it's not that she's hard to win over. It's just like really important to me that she approves of like what I do.
Ooh, 32 years old. And it's really important that your sibling approves of what you do. Red flag. I'm sorry. Like, be an adult. At some point, to be in a marriage, you got to be on a team. And this is why I say, make sure your partner's on your team. Like I tell my siblings and my family, I love you, but I have a family. And it's this one that I'm forming because this person is doing life with me. Your siblings, your friends, they're not doing life with you unless you are connected to your family in that way. And personally, I'm too independent. Sorry, with peace and love. I love my family, but just a reminder that like, no way at 32 years old, my sibling is going to be like, I don't even want to meet this girl, so you can't be with them. I don't think so.
She was like not a fan of me doing this at all.
Yeah.
I finally like got her to come around and be like, okay, you can go. Not that like she controls my life.
So his sister gave him permission to go. He's like, but no, like she controls me, bro. What if she said not to go? Would he not have come?
But she's like, I'm not okay with you getting engaged.
This is so toxic. Wow. Molly's like, okay.
Her interpretation of like this whole thing was I was gonna end up with a girl that was on it for the wrong reasons.
Do you know fucking Lauren is one of the most genuine, best people in my
I agree with you.
that I have met? I think you're making excuses.
I'm not.
If you wanted it to happen, you would make it happen. I will always have Lauren's back. She's my
Good,
number
yeah.
one.
That's the thing about all this. Like, it's not you. So sick of like having to try to like defend you versus my friends.
I'm getting so much anxiety. If she takes him back, I will shave my head. If she takes him back, I'm going to shave my head.
It was my fault. Like, it was my ego got in the way of like really seeing what we had. I guess what I'm saying is I'm really sorry.
You were not letting me like in any capacity. And so like why would I be the one to like
I know.
reach out? Like
You don't need to be. Lauren's everything I've always joked of. I can't like picture anyone better. When you love somebody, it's like you would do anything you can to take care of that person.
He sounds drunk, first of all, as he's confessing his love to her. If she takes him back, I'm going to be so frustrated. I think it's such a bad idea. I think feelings are probably really raw right now, so she's more susceptible, but I really hope she doesn't. She doesn't seem that into it. He seems drunk. So I'm going to say that this isn't even him talking. This is the alcohol.
You don't need to say anything to that, but
I'm sorry that you're like going through all of the feels of this. I want to believe it so badly, and like a lot of me does. But it's just like hard to fully, like we're past that.
He's totally drunk. So good. She rejected him. Loser. Move on from him, Lauren.
But in my everyday life, I'm disappointed that I haven't led more people to faith in Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Sarah and Ben are at service together, and it is very cringe, very you do you girls, but absolutely not for me. Sarah looks very uncomfortable. Ugh, as a former church girly myself, no thank you.
I don't think I got the answer of whether this church or service necessarily aligns with my values of being very open and diverse.
I think this is like the conversation. Will you ever be interested in following Jesus Christ? Because for me, the answer is absolutely freaking not, unless he's absolutely in drag and we're heading into a gay club. Because absolutely never. Is Sarah even open to it? Because I don't think so, girl. The girl already grew up Catholic. She already knew Jesus Christ. So what are we even pretending about?
So to someone that says, why do you need a prenup if you feel like you're going to be married and happy forever? Why would you get one? What do you say to that?
That's not why people get prenups. People get...
No, I know. I'm saying because there's going to be people that talk.
This is just the business part of it. I don't think anybody goes into the marriage thinking it's going to fail.
Right.
I think they go into the marriage.
I think this is verbatim every single conversation I've either had with people or people have had around this topic. It's amazing how many of us have the same conversations with the same language, with the same what ifs.
But if there's anything that you want to add to it or take out of it?
Yeah, I have to actually take more time and read through.
It's kind of like similar to, you know, how do you feel about having an abortion if my life is being threatened? These are conversations you should have before getting married. Because as much as you think going into a marriage, the person's going to pick me, they might pick that baby. You know, that's certainly a decision you can make. Some couples are on the same page as that. Like, oh, if my life's ever in danger, save the baby, don't save me. Some couples aren't. Like, my partner and I are all about choose me. You know what I mean? I'm already here. It is what it is. It's how it happens sometimes. And we've made that decision as a couple. Not everybody agrees with that. You would be shocked how many people believe in saving the pregnancy over the person. So just, you know, keep that in mind. This is why we talk about these things ahead of time.
Pretty basic.
Yeah. I'll probably have a lawyer look at it and maybe like my parents.
They're not looking at each other. They're not engaging. It's not a team effort. They're not on the same page. They're not excited to make this decision together. It's something he feels uncomfortable with. You know, there's a lot here that's missing, but of course it could be the editing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Feels like she's shutting down a bit. She's using that high-pitched voice. Okay, like it's very, I'm hiding behind this aesthetic. P.S. We love her little sprinkle eyeshadow. I love that look. I'm getting distracted here. The point is that they're not on the same page, which to be fair, they haven't been on the same page since they had the political conversation. And technically they weren't on the same page when she initially brought it up anyways. I think he was kind of peacocking to his family a little bit. Maybe that's the wrong word, but he was trying to cope in front of his family about the prenup. But I think he is uncomfortable with it. And I just want to make it clear, just because I didn't get a prenup doesn't mean Virginia's not allowed to want a prenup, right? I want to make it clear, because when I share my opinions, I do share about my life. I share about real life situations, because I have a real life. I made a real life decision that a lot of people were worried about, right? I met a person off the internet. We didn't know each other very long. We got engaged in 6 months. We got married. We got married a little over a year of being together. We're almost at our second wedding anniversary. We're very happy. Definitely my best friend. Definitely the best decision I ever made in my whole life. Like, best decision I could have ever made with my life. Truly, I married the most wonderful person. But I can see my same exact scenario going very badly for somebody else. And the only difference is high compatibility, low compatibility. If you do what I did with a low compatibility partner, the probability of divorce is higher and prenups feel safer. If you do what I did, high compatibility partner, prenups go down as a need because divorce goes down as a probability. That's just the math, kids. That's the math. And I can tell you Virginia and Devin have a higher chance of divorce simply because his family is Trump voters or Republicans or conservatives and her family isn't, because they're not on the same page there. Love Virginia. I think she deserves better. And not that Devin is a bad person or anything. I just feel like he is not invested in politics, in paying attention. His family is a Republican family. Like, they deserve to be with other Republicans. Like, leave Democrats out of this. Like, leave the liberals out of this. This is why I say Republicans and Democrats getting married in this day and age. I don't know how y'all do it, but I don't see this ending well for them. Okay, so that's it. We're going to stop there before we go into the next episode here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. Please leave a comment. And thank you to my patrons, my YouTube members, for making this content happen. It really is thanks to you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I really do want to hear from you. I'm excited to get to the next episode. Fingers crossed. I'm so excited for the reunion because, again, that's just going to tell us all we need to know. But I really hope Lauren doesn't end up with Dave again. It's giving me like, oh, Lauren, please, no. And I swear if she does, man, humans are really going to human. Am I right? But fingers crossed she doesn't. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.